KX News Storm Team.
Welcome back to KX News at 4 and happy Halloween. We have an appropriately scary sight for everyone this afternoon. The temperatures have struggled to escape the 30s, only at 39 there in Minot and Bismarck, and both areas briefly got to about 41 just a couple hours ago, but across much of the region we are going to be in the 30s for the remainder of your Halloween, and getting even colder than that as we push into the evening. A bit cloudy and dreary over towards Wilson and Dickinson, although showers have generally ended out in that direction, and across the board we are in the 30s across virtually the entire region. A few locations still hanging on to some lower 40s, such as up in Newburgh, down in Mobridge, and already down to some lower 30s, as I mentioned, over towards the North Dakota-Montana border. And those are areas that are going to be getting very, very chilly tonight. And with some of those breezy northwesterly winds, we've been seeing wind chills drop on down into the mid-20s, even some lower 20s we saw for wind chills. 23 is what it feels like over there at Dickinson right now, and the actual air temperature will be getting down to about that level by the time we move into later tonight. Right now, the radar picture has finally begun to clear out just a little bit. We had some off and on showers along much of the Highway 83 corridor throughout this afternoon, and even a few snowflakes that mixed in. Off towards south central North Dakota, generally in Grant, Sioux, Morton counties right now, seeing some showers moving through. They're generally pretty light, and if you're over towards the western periphery of this where it is a bit cooler, might still have a few snowflakes mixing in. Generally though, it will be light rain showers, and of course the road temperatures are well above freezing, broadly in the low to mid 40s, which means that even if there are any snowflakes, they should melt upon contact with the road, so not expected to be a very hazardous travel day, except for perhaps lower visibility with some foggy spots potentially with these misty conditions. As we zoom out a little bit, we'll see what's going on with the pattern. The low pressure system that had drifted through and brought us these cooler temperatures has finally made it all the way to south central Minnesota. It's still bringing in some of that northwesterly flow, helped very much by this high pressure system that's beginning to drift in across part of western North Dakota and western South Dakota. That's going to kind of haunt our area tonight and help those temperatures drop on down quite a bit. And in fact, that high pressure will help clear things out precipitation-wise by the time we get to much later this evening. So the trick-or-treat forecast thankfully is not looking like it'll be too much of a washout. Could have a few passing showers here in the next couple hours by about the 6 o'clock hour roughly, but by the time we reach 8 p.m. it'll get chilly. It'll be about 35, 34, mid-30s expected, but luckily only about a 10 to 20% chance of a passing sprinkle or two. So broadly overcast skies, appropriately spooky conditions, and just be sure to bundle up a little bit if you're going to be out and about, because yeah, lower 30s, mid-30s, you won't be able to go out there in any Hawaiian-themed Halloween costumes, I wouldn't expect. As we take a look at precision cast as well, this will sort of paint out those showers tapering as the evening moves on. By about 8 p.m. could still see some isolated sprinkles across south central North Dakota, but for much of us, it'll be generally dry with overcast conditions, and by the time we get to much later tonight and the beginning of November, those skies will begin to clear out, and that's going to allow the temperatures to drop quite a bit, and we are going to be seeing low temperatures dropping into the mid to upper teens over in the western part of our region, over towards southwestern North Dakota, Bowman, Dickinson region, with mid 20s over towards the east central counties where cloud cover will continue to hang on. And tomorrow the clouds will remain along our eastern tier counties with high temperatures generally in the mid 40s and partly cloudy skies, warming up though into the mid 50s, even some upper 50s over towards northeastern Montana with some southerly winds behind that high pressure system. And we do have a little thrilling change coming up, and that is not this fallback that we'll be having on Sunday morning where you'll have to change those clocks back, but we will have high temperatures back in the 60s by the time we get to Sunday, at least very briefly ahead of another little clipper system. So Williston's next 5 days show this change, getting up there to 60 degrees by Sunday, then dropping back on down into the mid 50s, back to reality right around seasonal averages for early November. And Dickinson just about the same, 64 perhaps there on Sunday, but then back to some low to mid 50s by the time we get to the middle of next week. And Minot's next 7 days show a very similar trend with much warmer there for Sunday, then mid 50s with lows in the low 30s much of next week. In Bismarck just about the same. Rain chances are just about all gone, but temperatures will be right there in the mid 50s. A bit warmer than we had today, Joel.
The rest of this weekend looks a lot more pleasant because right now it's really not that nice outside.
Yeah, but honestly, Mother Nature is doing its part for getting us in that Halloween spirit. And I'll take the warm conditions on Sunday. That'll be a nice day to get out.
I think so. It'll be nice, refreshing. Enjoy the sunshine once again. And we just don't know how many more of these 60s we're going to get. This might be it.
Yeah, especially getting into November. So we'll see.
A new month. Michael, thanks so much. Still to